Alright, for numbers 1 and 2, the instructions state to solve using square roots. So basically what they're asking us to do is we need to isolate down all the way down to x squared. So we need to get rid of the 3, get rid of the negative 5, and then we have to square root both sides. So just erase that real quick. First things first, we need to move the 5 over. So 3x squared equals 120. Then we divide by 3, so x squared equals 40. Okay. From here, we're going to get rid of the squared. We need to take the square root of both sides, because remember, just like adding and subtracting are opposites, multiplying and dividing are opposites. All right. Squaring something and square rooting something are opposites. They cancel each other out. So once I do that, the squared and the square root cancel out. And because we took a square root to get rid of the square, the answer is plus or minus the square root of 40. There are two answers. There's a positive side and a negative side. So that's what x would equal. The very last thing we need to do is we need to reduce that radical. So I'm going to go over here and chicken scratch real quick. So the square root of 40, the largest perfect square that I can pull out of 40 is 4. So it's the square root of 4 times 10. Alright, and we pull the 4 out and it becomes a 2. 2 on the square root of 10. So the answer, when we're all said and done, is x equals plus or minus 2 on the square root of 10. Okay, that would be number 1. Number 2, same idea. Slightly different thing to do. So we're going to get down to the squared region. This time the squared region is all of that. So we can't just go ahead and square everything, or square root everything. What we need to do is we need to get rid of the 3 first. So what we do, basically divide both sides by 3. Once we do that, the 3 on the left cancels out. You're left with x plus 1 squared equals 3. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and square root both sides, just like we did on the other one. And again, we can't take the square root of 3. And there's no perfect square of 3, so we're going to be leaving that one as it is. This time, the squared and the square root cancel out, and all we're left with in the inside is the x plus 1 equals, and again, it's plus or minus the square root of 3. Alright. Now, last but not least, we got to move that 1 over. It's a plus 1, so we got to subtract it. And the temptation is going to be try and do 3 minus 1, make that the square root of 2, or things along those lines. It's also really easy to tack it on the end. While that would technically be true, the proper place to put it would be in front of the plus minus. So in this case, we're going to go x equals negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 3. And that would be it. Oh, forgot my 3. Can't believe that. Got ahead of myself. Now that is not to say that if we write x equals plus or minus the square root of 3 and then minus 1 out here, that is correct. However, this is still technically the proper way of writing it.